Hello, my name is Tracy Shea. I'm the Executive Director of the Newport Community School, and today we're on Trinity Church's campus. Newport Community School has been fortunate enough to partner with Trinity Church and Siemens Institute to have in-person summer program this year on their campuses. This is after the pandemic started. Every summer, historically, this program is housed on Salve Regina University's campus. Due to the pandemic, the university contacted us and informed us that we couldn't come back on campus, understandably, because they were trying to get ready for the fall for their own students. So we reached out to some of our local partners. Trinity has been a new partner with us for a variety of different programs and reasons, as well as Siemens Institute, and we asked if we could house a pod of students here and a pod of students in Siemens. So the challenges that all youth development or educational institutions are facing at present. Making sure you're following guidelines, making sure those guidelines are true, making sure that you're even thinking about what else you can do to enhance those guidelines as a matter of how you feel safety should look within your own programs. We decided, though it wasn't required, that we would have 2 CNAs assigned to each pod. And that would allow for students to have their temperature checked right when they get on campus, right off the bus, and have our CNAs working with students on basic hygiene, which are great lessons anyways. And just, you know, have that safety net of a medical professional here that, you know, is intertwined with our own staff, with our teachers, with our teacher assistants. The students here by choice. We had a list of students to invite, and those who chose to accept the invitation are here. The program itself is really considered a maintenance program, which is that students have made strides during the school year. However, if they were not exposed to literature, or math, science, or history during the summer months, that perhaps they would slide back, which is known as summer slide, which is very, very common and highly studied and widely known as one of the reasons why summer programs work as well as they work, particularly a program that has an educational component like ours. So students are here all day. They are served breakfast and lunch, and they participate in a wide range of activities and programs that have an academic focus. For example, we do a Walkstorian program where kids are going throughout the community here in Newport, and they're really getting to learn their community and the history of this community, studying the graveyard right behind me, for example, right here on Trinity's campus, which has some historic significance. Going through the brick market and knowing what happened there and how the boats came in and why this was a huge port in the marine trade industry that Newport is known for. So all these things that really enhance their education, keep them learning in a hands-on way, and keeping their levels of engagement and academic up, so when they do return in the fall, and hopefully they will, at the same level in which they left. And that's always been the premise of this program, pre-pandemic and now pandemic. So the students are grades 6, 7, and 8. All from diverse backgrounds, all Newport Public School students, all attending Thompson Middle School. We started at the middle school level, serving Thompson Middle School. We're school-based, we're right in the school, our staff is in the school all day long. And from there it really kind of grew. It grew to providing family support. It grew to extending services over to the high school, where we have a separate staff over at the high school working with out-of-school time programs, working with extended learning for credit, working with work-based learning program with the high school students, and adding components and specialized programs like NCS Connects, which is dedicated to health, wellness, and family support, and having basic needs on hands for students, working on barriers to learning, whether it's food insecurity, those basic type needs, or prevention type programs. That really how we developed over the years. We just actually entered our 20th year of service, July 1. So in a short amount of time, we have really expanded and grown and have been widely accepted as a model for change and working in partnership with the district. The district definitely welcomes us with open arms and understands the value of having a partner like Newport Community School. It's programs like these that assist the district in helping, them grow also as an educational institution. No educational institution wants to run in isolation. It doesn't work. We know it doesn't work. And so the community school is a way to bring outside partners, for lack of a better term, we're the middleman, right? So we work with places like Trinity, places like Siemens, Newport Art Museum, the local fitness instructor, and bringing all these folks together to work with our kids during out of school time to really help give kids an opportunity to extend their traditional learning in fun, interactive, hands-on ways. And that model helps them connect back to their traditional learning. So financially, every year, pre-pandemic, whenever, as a nonprofit, it takes a lot to have these support services happen, because not only are we working with the students from Thompson and Rogers, we also manage the Aquidneck Island Adult Learning Center, which serves over 800 adult learners a year. Everything from GED to ESL to pipe fitting, electrical and plumbing, certified nursing, phlebotomy, teacher assistant. So when you look at the organization on paper, you're like, this is a massive operation. And we are programmatically in what we offer. But when you ask me how many full-time employees we have and things of that nature, we're quite small, and we like it that way, to be honest with you. We know that's a way for us to continue to operate succinctly, with everyone having their own job and everyone knowing their job and doing their job well. We have a very dedicated staff. So financially, it costs about $1.4 million a year to operate full service of Newport Community School activities, both youth and adult. It's the bargain of the century, and it's really because of not just grant investment, which is more than 80% of my job and the board of directors to work collaboratively to raise those funds, but it's also because of great partners like Trinity and like Siemens Institute, like Salve Regina, like Newport Public Schools, like local businesses who invite our students in and work with them. Our kind of motto from the very beginning was everybody has something to teach and everyone has something to learn. And I fully embrace that as leadership. I think every single person in the city of Newport can play a role in a child's education. And some people, a shop owner might not think that, or actually the folks that are delivering food to us every single day for the kids to have breakfast and lunch, they're playing an active role. They're doing what they do. They're an expert in that field, and they're providing something that's a piece to the puzzle that makes all this operate. So I think that's always been what we believe as a staff, what we embrace as a staff, and we continually to share that message with the local community. And I think that excites the local community, because at the end of the day, I do believe that everyone values education. Sometimes, as particularly in specific political environments, it doesn't seem that way. At the end of the day, education should be, and I believe is, valued. I think people just need to understand the best way to support it. And sometimes they need to be led down a path for them to realize that they don't have to do anything other than what they are doing in their community to really, truly make a difference and impact education.